Today we are going to be talking about drugstore beauty that is so freaking good. It has the high-end luxury beauty brands literally quaking. These products are so good, to be totally honest with you. Out of everything in my collection, I tend to reach for these over some of my very high-end, very spendy products. Now, that's not to say I don't like my luxury purchases. I do like to have a variety of products in my collection, but there is just something that is just so extra special when you discover a product that is so freaking good. You look at it and you're like, how did I only spend $5, $10 on this? It's like the best feeling in the world. You feel like you're just getting away with straight up highway robbery. Am I right? Does anyone agree with this? We are just going to dive right into it. The first item I want to talk about is this massive eyeshadow palette right here. This is the Moonstone palette from Profusion. This is my first experience with a palette from this brand. I have heard so many good things about it. When I saw this on Instagram, actually, I was instantly drawn in. The color story just spoke to me. The name of the palette, it's right up my alley. The only thing I could do away with in this palette, sorry, I'm trying not to blind you guys with my ring light, is this row right here, which is just a bunch of pressed glitters. If you love glitter, here you go. You've got a whole giant row dedicated to it. Not my cup of tea, but nonetheless, I think it's really cool that they included that in the palette. The color story is just A+. I have been so obsessed with using warmer tone shadows on the top of my lids and then going in with a blue shadow on the lower lash line. As you can see, it's what I'm rocking today. And this palette right here is what inspired me to start doing that. As you can see, we've got these blue, gray, cool tones in this row right here. And you can just see how beautiful it looks next to all these warm tones. Genius. This palette is genius. Yes, it is insanely huge, but then again, it is only $18. And for the price, the formula totally blew me away. Blendability is fantastic. I love this palette. So good. Let's talk about Wet n Wild because I recently did an Ulta haul here on my channel and I picked up a ton of Wet n Wild products. I have been testing and trying them out and playing with them. There are two products that stuck out to me so far. The first product I want to talk about is the Bare Focus Tinted Hydrator. This is what I'm wearing on my skin today, and oh my goodness, my reaction to this when I was putting this on my skin, I was just like, holy shnikes, how is this $7? Depending on where you purchase this, you can get it even cheaper for like $5.50 or something like that. I know at Target it's like $6.50, so it really depends on where you pick this up, but it's under $7. Hands down, one of, if not the very best skin tints I have ever used. And I'll be honest with you guys, I think that this might be a dupe for the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation. The consistency of this, the way it makes my skin look, is very reminiscent of this foundation. I'm gonna keep playing with this though, just to be 100% sure. I have to do more wear tests and do some side-by-side stuff, but it is a dupe that I am really excited about because, again, this is under $7. It is oil-free, it has hyaluronic acid, it has squalene in it. When you put this on your skin, it's just, it is yummy. It is delicious. It just does everything that you want a complexion product to do. Oh, chef's kiss. I love you so much. I have never been this excited about a drugstore complexion product. Well, I've been excited about drugstore complexion products, but I haven't been this excited since the L'Oreal 24-Hour Infallible Foundation, which I still love, but my goodness, this is just so good. I don't say this much. It is a must try. It is. It really is a must try product. Let's stick with Wet n Wild for just a moment. I recently have been testing out their Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Microbrow Pencil. I do have some of this in my brows today. Again, for the price, another product that blew my mind. This wears really well. It is super easy to use. It's not too waxy. It's not overly pigmented. It blends nicely into the brows. Since it is a micro pencil, you can get very precise application. You can achieve that fluffy brow look, and it does what it's supposed to do. It fills in the brows where you need your brows to be filled in, and it is just A+. One of the best brow pencils at the drugstore. If you're looking for a new brow product and you don't want to break the bank, check out Wet n Wild. It's worth every penny. Let's move on down the aisle to NYX. This is all over the place. I'm pretty sure I've talked about it on my channel before, so I'm not going to spend a ton of time on it. This is the Bare With Me Concealer Serum. It's a staple. If you have dry skin, if you have mature under eyes, you need to try this concealer. It is the best concealer at the drugstore. I have some that I like, but this one just blew me away. It exceeded my expectations. I just love the formula so much. I love the packaging. I love that it is in a pump. And the reason why I love that is because you're not going to be wasting a drop of product. A little tiny bit of this goes a long way. You can apply this with a brush, a sponge. You can pat it in with your fingertips. You can't make this look bad. Like, even if you tried. I haven't really come across many people who don't love this concealer. It is just, I'm gonna say it, I don't care. I know it's cliche, but it's chef's kiss. It's next level. Another product from NYX, which is going to shock you because if you've watched me for any amount of time, you know that I've kind of drifted away from liquid lipsticks. This is the NYX Lip Lingerie XXL. This is a newer formula. This launched like last year. I am wearing this shade on my lips right now. This is in the shade Turn On. If you want a long wearing liquid lip that isn't going to dry out your lips into the oblivion of crusty butthole land, this is the liquid lipstick you have to try. It comes in a ton of different shades, from berry tones to nudes. I don't know why I'm doing this. Bright reds, fun shades, very deep, vampy shades. They have it all, and the formula is A+. Super long wearing, doesn't dry out the lips, very comfortable, and it just looks velvety soft without exaggerating the fine lines or dryness in your lips. Fantastic product. This is another brow product that I have talked about recently, but this is a product that I'm never going to shut up about. This is the NYX Thick It, Stick It Thickening Brow Mascara. It is what I have in my brows right now. If you hate doing your brows with a passion, like I do, it is the bane of my existence. There's nothing I dislike more in my routine than doing my brows. I get so nervous. I hate doing it, but this product has made it so easy for me. This is like a tubing mascara for your brows. It adds thickness, it grips the hairs beautifully, it holds everything in place, it adds pigmentation. It's just beautiful. Basically what it does is it takes the brows that you already have and just turns it up a notch. It gives you fluffy, beautiful brows. Now, if you have very sparse or thin brows, you're probably still going to need to fill them in somewhat, but for me, I do have thicker brows. This is a one and done product. I think even if you don't have necessarily very thick brows, you can still pull this off as a one and done product. It's so easy. This is a product that I am surprised is not viral on TikTok. I talked about it on TikTok. I tried to make it go viral. Unfortunately, I failed miserably. It is what it is, but I absolutely love this brow product. It's another one of those items where I'm like, how is this so inexpensive? How is this a drugstore product? I don't know why. I personally will assume that drugstore products are just going to be like, meh, it's okay for what it is. It's okay for the price. And every time I try these products, I totally am just putting my foot in my mouth because I'm like, dude, this shit is just as good as anything high end. In fact, they're raising the bar. I don't know what my deal is, but I'll be honest and I'll call myself out there. The last product from NYX that I want to talk about is a newer product from them. This is the Plump Right Back with Electrolyte Plumping Serum and Primer. So this product you can use on its own, even if you're not wearing makeup, if you just want to plump and hydrate the skin. But let me tell you, this makes for a killer primer. It has just a little bit of tackiness so that your product will really adhere to it. It really truly gives you just like juicy, plump, hydrated skin. It does have a fragrance to it. In fact, it smells like Clinique Happy, but I actually enjoy it. Once you put it on the skin, it doesn't stay there very long. It doesn't linger or anything like that. It's just a fantastic primer. It is so good. NYX has been just killing it lately with their products. They've been releasing stuff that is just so incredibly good. All right, let's take another field trip down the aisle. Let's talk about e.l.f. quickly. I just have one product from e.l.f. This is their Putty Bronzer. I love this bronzer. I am into cream bronzing products. It's pretty much all I reach for the most part these days. They just look so beautiful on the skin, and this one does not disappoint. I think this is another product that's like $6. Don't be fooled by the small container that you see here, because let me tell you, there's just as much in this as some of the other cream bronzers that I own. It blends beautifully on the skin. It gives you a gorgeous finish. It is the best cream bronzer at the drugstore. Is it? It might be the only cream bronzer. Is there any other brands that make a product like this at the drugstore? I don't think there is, but they might as well not even try, because e.l.f. has it on lock, and that is one of the best cream bronzers I have ever used. Let's talk about Revolution Beauty, which is a brand that doesn't necessarily make it very often into my best of videos, but there are a couple of products that just took my breath away. The first item I want to talk about right here is this eye injection under eye serum. This is so unique. It comes like in this lip gloss type packaging. It even has a doe foot applicator. What I love about this is that this will instantly tighten and kind of hydrate the under eyes and is the perfect primer for concealer. If you tend to have puffiness in the under eyes, fine lines, if you just want to like tighten and energize the under eye area, this product is so cool. It does have a cooling effect to it. I feel like you can literally feel your under eyes like getting tighter, and it's not like in an uncomfortable way. It doesn't burn or sting. It's just very cooling and refreshing, and my concealer goes on beautifully on top of this product. It is so unique. This is like the coolest thing I have tried in a really long time. The last item from Revolution Beauty is the Coconut Restore Fixing Spray. This is what I am wearing on my face right now. What is very interesting about this product is not only is it very hydrating, but it is a fixing mist. And what that means is that it's going to lock your makeup in place. And that is exactly what this product does. Sounds like a legit paint can, but I love the packaging. This is so luxe for a very inexpensive product, but let me show you how this just makes my skin look so glowy and beautiful. Oh my God, it smells like coconuts. It smells so good, but this just like revives the skin. If you are just having a dry, cakey looking makeup day, you overdid it with the powder, but you have dry skin, or even if you don't have dry skin, this will just give you the most glowing, beautiful, awake face you've ever had in your whole life. It literally makes me feel like I'm walking around with like this glowy filter on my skin. It is like the best setting mist. It's the best setting mist. It is so freaking good. Physicians Formula. This is their All-Star Face Palette. This is another one that I think is very underrated. This is a really cool selection of products. You have two different types of bronzers in here. So you have the typical butter bronzer, which gives you that satin finish. And then you have their newer formula. This is the Matte Manoy. I hope I'm saying that correctly. So it's cool because you get a satin and a matte bronzer, both formulas, A+. You get two highlighters right here, which is really nice. One that's like a little bit more bright, one that has a little bit more of like a gold tone to it. And then you actually have a face powder. So like a finishing setting powder. And then last you have a blush down here. This is a really cool collection of products. I like that you get a little bit of everything in here. You've got your bronzer, your highlight, your setting powder or finishing powder, and you have a blush in here. It's really, really cool. The only thing that's kind of unfortunate about this is the only color story you can get. You can't get anything lighter or deeper than this. So obviously this is only going to cater to a certain skin tone, but it is beautiful for the price. So if this is something that would work for you, I definitely suggest it because it's awesome. I think it's a really cool collection of shades, and bravo to Physicians Formula for not housing this in their typical kind of clunky packaging. It's sleek, perfect for travel. It's really cute. It smells incredible, and I absolutely love it. Now, this is a skincare product from a brand called Verst, and this is available at Target. But let me tell you, I am in love with Verst skincare right now. I never thought that I would fall in love with drugstore skincare because I am pretty picky when it comes to skincare, and honestly the drugstore has come a long way. Now I know that there are staple products like Nivea cream and CeraVe and Vani cream and all those types of staple dermatologist recommended products at the drugstore. For me personally, they just never worked very well. They just didn't do enough. But then Verst came along. This is their Mood Lighting Glow Drops. This is a dupe for pretty much every glowy base that you've seen out there, whether it be the Charlotte Tilbury Flawlywood, I just made that up, Hollywood Flawless Filter, the Tarte Glotion, any of those glowy products that you put on your skin underneath makeup, try this. It does come in two shades. I do have the lighter of the shade. This is in Golden. Let me show you this on the back of my hands. I have talked about this so much on my TikTok. Even mixing it in with like a tinted moisturizer or wearing it on its own, it is the most beautiful thing. It feels nourishing to the skin. It's not oily. It's not heavy. But as you can see, it just gives like this bronzy glow. It's infused with peptides and blackberry extract. I believe it's blackberry. Yeah, blackberry extract and peptides. So it does have a skincare element as well. Especially in the summertime, these types of products are just a freaking plus. Comment down below and let me know what drugstore goodies that you use every day that are totally underrated and you just wonder why no one talks about them. I love to try out the things that you suggest. I am always on the hunt for new makeup and trying new products. Be sure to give this video a huge thumbs up if you liked it, share it, and of course, if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe before you go. I love you guys so much and I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Mwah. Bye guys!